Okay, this thing working this morning? Good morning, everyone. Dennis K here with Belize Islands Real Estate. Today I want to come to you with a really fun video, and that is how to move to Ambergris Key with just your backpack. In fact, got a backpack right here, and I'm going to tell you in today's video how you can move to the beautiful country of Belize and land on Ambergris Key and start your new life with honestly nothing more than a backpack. So let me just walk you through some easy steps because yesterday I was on a couple of Facebook groups and I saw people posting questions about how do I get my stuff down to Belize. You know what? I might have to close these windows. All right. That's okay, just one truck. How do I get my stuff down to Belize, right? There's different shipping companies and different ways you could move. But the bottom line is, do you want to bring all the stuff with you from the US or Canada actually into Belize? Is that the kind of baggage you want to bring, so to speak? Because a lot of times people are looking at Belize to start a new chapter in life, something different, exciting, expand their horizons, and just to carry even our personal possessions with us down to Belize. It can be a constant reminder of maybe the life that we're trying to distance ourselves from a little bit, right? Maybe we want to start something new and fresh. So do you want to start something new and fresh with looking at that same old couch that you've been sitting on for 5 years, or wearing those same old clothes that you've had that probably should be donated to Goodwill or to someone else right now? So there's different ways that you can move to Belize. And I understand sometimes you have personal mementos or things that you just don't want to throw away or get rid of. So here's a couple suggestions. First of all, I suggest moving is as simple as possible. Go light, go lighter than you think you even can. And here's the way you can do that. First of all, if you're going to actually move to Belize, then you need to extremely downsize your personal possessions anyway, right? Because moving into a house in Belize oftentimes means moving into something smaller than we're used to in North America. The apartments are smaller, the condos tend to be smaller, the homes are definitely smaller. So we're just not going to have room for all that stuff and clutter that we've surrounded ourselves with. And I think we're all guilty of that at times. So what do you do with all that stuff, right? Well, first of all, see what things you have that are of value that you might be able to get some money for. So if it's dining room furniture or living room furniture or beds or dishes, pots and pans, appliances, whatever it is you have in your house, think of how you can turn that into cash so that you can use that cash when you get down to Belize as a settling fund. For example, can you sell the couch? Can you sell the cars, the lawnmowers, the gardening tools, whatever you have? Can you just outright sell it for profit, right? And then you have some things that you might not be able to sell. You might just have to donate, give those away. What Steph and I did when we moved, for example, when we moved from Michigan down to Belize, and then from Belize to different apartments, and then different apartments in Belize to Paris, France, and then from Paris to Strasbourg. Every time we've moved, we've done that. We've gotten rid of some things that we could sell for cash, but then we also sent a post out on Facebook, Instagram saying, hey, this Saturday from 2 to 6, we're having an open house. And anyone who is in need of the following type of items, please come. There's going to be no charge. We'll provide some wine and cheese or beer and pizza. Just come over to our house and take what you need. And you can make people really happy this way. And they might even give you a few bucks for the effort, but if they don't, that's not the point. The point is your things are now going to a good home, people who would actually use them. All right. So now you've completely decluttered your life. And this might take a while, right? Depending on how long we've been set up somewhere. So this could take anywhere from, 2 weeks to a month or more, right? To get all this done. But then what you have left is maybe just some things in the corner, some boxes, maybe some photo albums, maybe some, diplomas, some yearbooks, cards or letters that you got for friends and loved ones, things that you don't really want to throw away. Well, if you want, try to have those digitally scanned. All right, because they're already at risk of being lost or destroyed, or who knows, a flood or a fire, or something could happen to them anyway. So just go somewhere, buy yourself a scanner, and maybe spend 2 or 3 days just scanning the letters, scanning the cards from loved ones, scanning those precious pictures, getting all those into a digital format, and at the same time, you can put those valuables somewhere safe. For example, if you have a brother or sister or aunt, uncle, niece or nephew, mom or dad, you say, hey, look, do you have a little bit of room in the basement or in your spare closet? Can I just store my things here for a little bit? I'm going to go try this thing out in Belize, and put those things somewhere like that. Or easier yet, so you don't maybe burden family or loved ones with your stuff, is just go ahead and rent a storage unit at a rental place. You know, one of those storage places you can rent a closet size or a little bit larger size, and for $50 a month or whatever it is, you know, put those valuables in there. So then when you walk away, you have the clothes that you're wearing. All right, maybe you have a suitcase, but you have the clothes that you're wearing and your backpack. So what goes in the backpack? Well, I think for most people, all of their electronics, their iPads, their phone, their computer, Kindle, whatever it is that you use, that, all your chargers, those you want to bring with you down to Belize, right? Because those are the things you're going to be using a lot. And sometimes you can replace those in Belize, but they're going to be a lot more expensive. So put all those types of things in there. Number two is also important, is that your medicine. So go to your doctor and say, look, I'm going to be going to Belize. Is it possible for some of the meds I take to write 3 or 6 month prescriptions or more? And then go to pharmacies that have maybe a lower price. So for example, we always got our meds sometimes at Sam's Club, because they would give us 3 and 6 month prescriptions. So you'll get as many months as you can, especially the important ones, right? And then when you get down to Belize, I'll share with you a little tip on what to do when you get down to Belize regarding that. But the important things are get your meds and get your electronics in your backpack. Also, make copies of your passports, make copies of your credit cards. I also scan those, so you have hard copies that you carry with you, plus you have a scanned copy that you keep safe on your computer, or email those to yourself, so you have those available at all times. And then what else do you need? Oh yeah, so before you leave North America, you certainly need to take care of your business. All right, so do you have mail coming to the house? Well, stop the mail. Right? You don't want to stop the mail, have the mail forwarded. There's companies where you can have your mail forwarded. They'll sort through it once a week or once every 2 weeks, throw away the junk mail, and anything important, they'll scan and email that to you. So that's a fantastic way to do it if you actually get mail that you need to see. Otherwise, have all things such as reoccurring bills, just set those up for automatic payment online, either through your bank or through a credit card, so that you don't have any reason to get physical mail. And if you do, use one of those services I talked about. The second thing is your phone service in the US. What I would do is, if you're going to keep some sort of US phone service, put a message on it saying, look, I'm traveling abroad. I probably will not get this message if you leave it. So if you would, email me at blah, blah, blah at gmail.com. All right. So what this does is, rather than somebody calling you, leaving you a message that you may not get, and it could be an important message, tell them right up front, I am not checking voicemail. It's not possible for me at this point because I'm traveling. But if you would, please send me an email and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. All right. So now you don't have to worry about contacts, right? So the mail's coming or it's not coming. The phone calls are coming in, but now they're going to be emailing you. So now you've liberated yourself. You've given yourself mobility, right? So now what do? Well, I would wear some warm clothes down to Belize. I would wear some jeans, right? Maybe some nice shoes, some tennis shoes. Let's see, what else would I wear? I maybe wear a cashmere sweater like that, something nice and warm. And then I would just have my backpack, and I would buy that ticket, and I would land in Belize. All right. So you're saying stuff. What? You have nothing? You have no clothes? You have nothing? No. I'll get there. But think about this. You're moving to another country. All right. You've already sold off all your possessions. Let's say that you very conservatively, you were able to save or earn, let's say $2,000. All right, just conservatively, I got $2,000 from selling my stuff, getting rid of my stuff. So now I have the clothes on my back, got my backpack full of my electronics. I land in Belize. Now what? All right, so let me show you here. Here's what you should do. Let me try to share my screen. I'm going to go to my Google Maps, not Google Earth this time, Google Maps, and see if this comes up. All right, so hopefully you can see my screen. All right, so when you fly to Belize, as you may know, Belize has one international airport, and it's right here in Ladyville, the Philip Goldson International Airport. The airport code is BZE. So you land there and you go through customs and immigration, right? And they'll look at you funny because you're carrying nothing. You just have a backpack. You're nothing. And when you go through customs and immigration, what I would do is make sure you pick up some wine and whiskey, whatever you want, at something called arrival duty free. This is amazing. Most countries have duty free when you leave the country. For example, when you leave the US, they have a duty free shop. Belize is one of those cool places you have arrival duty free. So you show up in the country with nothing but your backpack. You get your you don't get your luggage if you don't have any, and right next to the luggage carousel is a place to buy wine, whiskey, vodka, rums, all completely duty free at extremely good prices. So let's say you pick up a couple bottles because you want to celebrate your first week there. So you do that at the airport, and then you go and you check in for your Tropic Air flight to Ambergris Key. And while you're waiting, you might have maybe 5 or 10 minutes before the flight takes off. So you might go meet Jet at Jet's Bar. You might have a rum punch with Jet. And then you jump on your Tropic Air flight, which is going to take you about 16 minutes to get to Ambergris Key. And that is right up here. Now, one of the cool things is, if you're one of the fortunate ones, it'll go from Ladyville, it'll make a little pit stop at Key Calker to drop people off. And then it'll go and land on Ambergris Key. So let me show you that. So you'll land, here is the airstrip right here. So you'll touch down here and the plane will land right here, downtown San Pedro. All right, so now what do? Well, you get off the plane, all right? You just have your backpack. You have no clothes because you didn't bring any clothes down. So you walk out, you take a left, you go around the corner, and just around the corner, there is a place right here. Let me see if it comes up. Yep, called Love Belize Gift Shop Clothing Boutique. They have Belize t-shirts with funny sayings on them. They have baseball caps. They have flip-flops. They have shorts. They have bathing suits for men and women. So what I would do is I would go there and I would buy 7 t-shirts, right? 7 pairs of shorts, maybe a couple bathing suits, pair of flip-flops, and you're talking what? Let's say 70. Let's say you drop, I don't know, $250 on a brand new wardrobe. All right, so you got your Belizean wardrobe for $250. You have all your clothes for the week. All right, so you're good to go. Now, what do you do when you need a washer and dryer? I don't have a place to stay. What am I going to do? Yeah, I'll get to that. All right, so you got your clothes, right? So you walk out of there, you're happy. You got your backpack, got your electronics, got your clothes for the week. And before you had come down, you would have found yourself a little Airbnb for the week. All right, so how do you get to your Airbnb? Well, if it's in and around San Pedro town, you just walk there, right? Because you don't need a golf cart. But let's say you chose an Airbnb that's, I don't know, maybe half mile down the road. Or so let's say, let's do that. Let's go, well, yeah, let's go up to the Tres Cocos area. They got some nice Airbnbs up there. So to get up there, it's about right here. First of all, you need yourself a golf cart. And you're probably going to want a golf cart for that first week just to really see everything. Even if you don't end up needing a golf cart later, get a golf cart for a week just so you can like really see the island. So to do that, remember you land at the San Pedro airport right here, and right across the street is, where'd he go? There's a golf cart place. There you go, Carts Belize. So literally you walk out of the airstrip, look across the street, and you'll see Carts Belize right here. And let me see if it bring up the website. Yep, there's Carts Belize. So you go in there, all right, and you say, Mr. Dennis said that you would give me a good deal on a golf cart and give me the best one you have. Say, Mr. Dennis said, give me your best golf cart and give me your best price for the week. And I don't get a commission or anything from them. So I'm not earning money off this deal, but mention my name. And if one of the guy's cousins or nephews is working the day and doesn't know me, say, hey, look, show my picture. Say, this guy, Mr. Dennis said, give me a good deal on a golf cart. So now you got your golf cart, right? So you have your clothes, you got your backpack full of electronics, you got your golf cart. Now let's take a drive to your Airbnb and check in. But while you're going up to Airbnb, you're thinking, oh man, what am I going to do about a phone? All right, well, let's take care of that real quick. So as you're driving north through San Pedro town, you will go to the phone shop. All right, so that's called BTL, Belize Telecommunications Limited. And I will show you right where that's at. Where's it at here? Well, there's the fire station. There's the police station. There it is, BTL. So as you're going north, there's the BTL. That's our local phone company. And they have something in there. So you go in there, you say, look, I just landed. I'd like to get myself a SIM card for my phone and show me what you got. I want a prepaid package. Don't worry about getting a big package right now. Just get a simple phone or a SIM card for your phone and a prepaid package. Who are you going to call anyway, right? You're living on the island, so you don't know anybody yet. You're going to use your phone for phone calls a lot. But check them out. They have these little things called MiFis. So these little Wi-Fi pucks you can carry around the island. You can have Wi-Fi, but also they have something for you tourists called this tourist package. It's a Digicel tourist package. And you see for a 14-day package, you can either get a $30 or $80 package. And it comes with, one comes with actually a device, a phone, and you can see here how much voice minutes or data packet or gigabytes they offer, international calling, free text messages, SIM card, everything. So this is good for 2 weeks. So see if this makes sense for the first 2 weeks, then you can always decide to do something else. But you stop in there and now you got your phone, right? And now you got your Wi-Fi. So you can have Wi-Fi wherever you go on the island. So there you go. And now you continue and you go north and you just check into your little Airbnb, right? So you want to do that to, put your stuff down, boom. So maybe somewhere up in this area right here, you have the Mar Laguna condos and apartments, you have the Tres Cocos area, got the cloisters, and there's a lot of little Airbnbs up there, right? So maybe you landed on the island at, let's say, 1:30 in the afternoon. By the time you get all this done, it's now 3:30, and you're ready for a drink, right? So you're ready just to start to kick back. So what do? Well, head back into town, and let's see how many different places you could stop at. So you could go to Hurricanes Bar and Grill. All right, that's a pretty nice place. Wyo's Beachside Bar and Grill. That's pretty fun. Playa Bar and Grill. All right, you got Ocean Tide Beach Resort. They got a little bar there at their pool. It's fun to hang out at for a bit, get to know those guys. Great family who runs that place. Chuck and Robbie's. All right. You have the Palapa Bar and Grill, one of my favorites. Pull that one up here. All sorts of it. Jambao Jerk Pit. Oh, good food there. Excellent. And then you might want to stop at one of the tour companies. Catamaran Belize, sailing tours. You have the Oasis Day Spa. Get yourself a nice massage. Welcome to welcome to the island life. Estelle's Dying by the Sea, one of my favorite breakfast places outside of Blue Water Grill. Fantastic place to eat. And then Wild Mangoes. Oh, excellent for lunch or dinner. Fantastic food. And then my all-time favorite, Blue Water Grill. All right, so you have all sorts of good places to eat there. So just to kind of wrap this one video up, to make a long story short, this is just your first day, right? So then day 2, drive all around, see the north side. So drive north, maybe head over to Secret Beach. There's lots to do there now. It's really, really growing, and spend a couple of days there, especially because a lot of you guys are looking at buying and living over in this area. So you have Blue Bayou, Bamboo Fence, Restaurant Swing Bar. Let's see what you have. Aurora's Bar and Grill there, Secret Beach Bar and Grill, Secret Paradise Bar and Grill, Maruba's Beach Club. So you have all these things to check out in this area. Casanova Cabanas, that's a great little place that just opened. And if you're looking for a nice high-end house to rent, there's I don't know if it's this one or not, but anyways, there's a couple of really nice Airbnbs over there. All right, so then you start your new life on Hamburger Key. So did I leave out anything? Did I miss anything? You got rid of all your worldly possessions. All right, so you don't have to ship anything down. You don't have to worry about boxing and shipping and getting things through customs or having a broker or whatever. You just wore what you needed. All right, you bought your new set of clothes for $250. Now you got your phone. Now you got your Wi-Fi. You checked into your Airbnb for the week, and you just started your new life. Right. So what did you leave behind that you needed to bring with you in the first place? All right. You started a brand new life in Belize. And now what you can do over the next, several days or weeks, now you can look for a permanent place to live. What I would do right now is start to look at all the different Airbnbs that are available in areas that you think you'd want to live full time. And with COVID-19, we don't know what's going to happen to the tourism market for the next year. We just don't know. Some of these Airbnbs, they might be willing to rent long-term. Like usually they like to rent by the night, right? To get that tourist money, the higher nightly rates. But some of them, if you could respectfully go to them and say, look, I don't know if your property is being affected, but I am serious about renting something long-term. Your house is in a beautiful area. I like this area. Would you consider renting to me long-term? I will sign a 12-month lease. In fact, just to show you that I'm serious, I'll prepay. So here's 3 months up front. Here's some references that maybe I brought from home to show that I'm good for it. I have some character references. Maybe I have a reference from my landlord or my tax attorney or someone like that. But here's some reference letters. I'm good for it. Here's 3 months up front, and I'll take good care of your place. Could you do something like that? And then what do you do when about immigration? All right. Well, Belize is one of those awesome countries that you could just show up at and never leave ever, with very little paperwork. So you land in Belize, they'll stamp your passport for 30 days. The 30 days runs out, and now you're like, uh-oh, do I have to leave the country? If you go back to our map, let me just try to go back to the map here. So right downtown, right in San Pedro town, there's an immigration office. So you don't need to go to Belmopan or fly back to Belize City, but right here, there is an immigration office. So you just go to the immigration office with your passport and you say, I love Belize so much, I want to stay for another month. They'll say, sure, no problem. Give me $100. You give them $100. They'll stamp your passport for another 30 days. So you stay for, now you're there for 2 months, right? What do you do after the 2 months is up? The same exact thing, right? Once you do that for a year, then you apply for permanent residency, and now you can stay forever. All right. So it's not like other countries where you have to make a border run. They only allow you to stay for so long. Belize is awesome and very welcoming when it comes to immigration. All right. So for all of you asking about how to move to Belize, that's the way I would do it. That's exactly the way I would do it. And once you're there for a while, maybe, that golf cart rental, if you're renting by the week or by the month, can get kind of pricey. Well, stop renting, get yourself a bicycle, right? Now you're biking all around the island, depending on where you're at. And if you want to buy a golf cart, no problem. There's golf cart dealers on the island, or you can look for somebody who happens to need to move back to the US or Canada, and now they're leaving and they have a good used one. So there's all sorts of things that you can do. But the bottom line is, you're in Belize, you're starting your new life, and you're starting a new chapter, and you're doing so with not only maybe some mental freedom, right? Maybe you've gotten rid of some mental baggage or emotional baggage that you've left behind. You've also left behind literal baggage, like physical things that may not be servicing you anymore. It may not be working well for you, or you just might need to change. New set of clothes. New hat, whatever. Oh, look at that. Oh my goodness. New hat, new set of clothes, new life, and you're living the dream. All right. So I don't know, maybe I'm crazy, but a lot of people have done this exact same thing. But when we moved to Belize back in 2003, we moved to Hattie'ville. We did move with luggage. We had about, I think, 2 large suitcases apiece, but what most of that was physical books. My wife is a big reader, but at that time, there was no way to read on the internet. We didn't have internet at home down there. There was no Kindles. So we had physical books. We had huge suitcase full of physical books and arts and craft supplies because we were moving to a small little village, right? So we needed to keep ourselves busy. For a long time, we didn't even have TV in the village. No hot running water in the house, running water, but no hot water in the house. So it was a lot different, right? But now with the options that we have, we just don't need to bring down a lot of things to the country, and it makes it a lot easier. So I hope this is helpful for you guys today. Let me know your thoughts, comment below. If this is interesting to you, subscribe to my YouTube channel, click on the bell icon so you can be notified whenever a new video goes live, or whenever I post something new, and interested in working with all you guys. If you want to hit me up on a Zoom call to talk more about your plans, the link is below to buy me a coffee. I know it sounds kitschy, but if you buy Steph and I a couple of cups of coffee, then we know that we need to focus on you. You're serious. You need help. And we'll jump on a Zoom call here real quick and talk about how we can assist. All right. Thanks a lot. You guys take care, and we'll talk to you soon.